on, guys? This is Slime Boss, and welcome back to the Logo Movie, where we are going to do another Crazy Cab podcast. I am joined by Mailman and Ryu Gent, my co-host, once more.
Yo.
And today, our main course is going to be talking about Mario 64. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and talk about our weekly adventures for this past, 2 weeks for us, but uh, so yeah, let's go ahead and begin with Jet this week. So what have you been doing and watching and whatever? I know you just said you just bought a game, so
Well, I've reobtained Minecraft on my new gaming computer, or at least the proper laptop.
have you been playing it?
Absolutely, it's Minecraft. Come on, get in. It's more than this.
It's the soul of souls.
Anything else?
Like he said. No, nothing too out of the ordinary.
All right, Mailman, how about you?
Just got Luigi's Mansion 3 finally.
That's pretty
Nice.
cool. Have you started it?
Yeah.
I got Luigi's Mansion 3 like a week ago, or like 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't gotten past like the first couple like mission things.
I've just gotten past Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, Paul Blart. I forgot about Paul Blart.
He's the best ghost.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And as for me, well, I've been working a lot, so that's why it's been pretty tough to get these videos out with all of our schedules. But I have I started and oh, you're right. You know that
What?
I remember that actually. I feel like that had to be some kind of reference to that show because I'm pretty sure it came out after.
Probably not.
Cartoon Network likes to make some really subtle references to just random anime. I've seen it done before with like Regular Show and Steven Universe. So
Yeah, but Kill la Kill.
I don't know. Could be anything.
Also, the clothes don't behave in the same way. Probably.
Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the second part of the discussion because last time we talked about the Pokemon Direct, and so this time I think we're going to have a lot more to talk about. And this past 2 weeks, we have gotten something fairly special, and that was a Sakurai presentation where he showed off the reveal of the fifth and final DLC for Fighters Pass 1, Byleth from Fire Emblem. We also got the confirmation that the next Fighters Pass is going to be a Fighters Pass, and there's going to be 6 characters in the game. And finally, probably the most interesting bit of information is Cuphead in Smash. So, well, actually, there's actually something more interesting to me personally, but we'll get into that once we get into this discussion. So, how are y'all feeling of the general idea of Byleth joining Smash?
Mugman in Smash.
I mean Byleth.
Oh,
The actual
man.
fighter, not the meat costume.
Yeah, we'll talk about the meat costumes in a minute. How are you guys? What are your overall feelings about Byleth?
I have not played his game, but I'm pretty sure a majority of the Smash community hasn't. Like, you'd have to be a Fire Emblem fan to do that.
Yeah. Mailman, what about you?
Yeah. I haven't played a Fire Emblem game either. I'm a little disappointed because, like, well, there's so many Fire Emblem characters. A lot of them are really similar. Glad this one's different but I'm really disappointed that they pulled a Sonic. Just like
How did they pull Sonic?
their side B and down B are so similar. Just like they're obviously different, but they're basically both versions of Falcon Punches.
Kind of true.
Just like how Sonic's side B and down B are basically both Yoshi eggs, but slightly different. There's different.
Yeah. See, for me, y'all didn't get mad when Piranha Plant was added. Y'all didn't get mad when Hero was added. I don't know why Byleth is so different. Like, Byleth is probably
There are
the second
so
most
many
interesting
other Fire
character.
Emblem characters. We did not need to waste another slot on another Fire Emblem character. Yes,
I was
Yeah,
mad.
but we got
people
Piranha
like
Plant. And y'all weren't upset. Y'all were actually happy.
I was mad at first,
you
but
sure? Because I'm pretty sure people had a
accepting.
pretty
I'm accepting it now. I mean,
reaction when it wasn't Waluigi.
Waluigi's never coming. Sorry.
I'm a
Yeah,
Waluigi fan. How dare you say that to me?
So I guess since the sort of reaction for Byleth is pretty mixed, I mean, it's pretty much getting up there with the most disliked video already, which is crazy.
Jesus.
Can you believe there was a point where it was at 69,000?
Oh wow.
Devil yikes.
So yeah, I guess we'll talk about the most interesting part, and that's Cuphead and Smash.
Mugman.
That's like just the idea of Cuphead and Sans being in Smash is just super interesting. But I feel like the reveal was more crazy. The fact that Sans was added to Smash, like that, just the whole idea is insane to me because people have been asking for years just as sort of a meme for Sans to be in Smash. Now we have Sans and Cuphead. Not to
Now
mention music,
all we need is Mugman.
tis is true.
Mm-hmm.
Also something that I found interesting is just completely randomly, and so they didn't even call it by its real name, and that's they added a whole freaking Assassin's Creed character, which is like
Whoa,
who comes up
wait. What?
They added a Assassin's Creed me costume,
Yeah, it was like Alter or something.
Altair. That I think that's his name,
Altair.
and they added a costume. You didn't see that?
I did not. I am looking into it now.
White hoodie. Can't see the face. Well, you can
I
see
am
part of it.
probably the only one here who has played Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, probably.
I have played Assassin's Creed, but I never really got into it.
I'm the only one here who hasn't played it, except for our recording guy, Craig.
What?
All right. So, is there anything else you guys would like to say about the Smash Direct? About maybe that the confirmation that we're getting 6 fighters instead of 5 in the next Fighters Pass. Anything else you guys would like to say about that? Anything? Or should we move?
I am happy.
I predict Crash.
We'll talk about predictions, and I think we'll be able to have a whole video discussion predicting the next 6 fighters. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about what we've all been waiting for, and that is the Super Mario 64 Legacy discussion. So let's begin with sort of our own personal relationship with Mario 64. Like Mario 64 is very, very like impactful on the gaming community or the gaming everything as a whole. But how much of an impact has it left on you personally? Like, what are your personal connections with this legendary game? Any of you guys can go.
Aw man, I can't believe there's actually boomers who have played that game. Oh man, got him. Anyway, I
So,
haven't played it.
but you have seen it though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm just not old enough.
You never got the DS version at least?
Nah, I had a 3DS, but I mean that was the only DS I ever got, and even then it was like maybe a year after the first Mario Maker came out.
I mean, you could have gotten it on the Wii Virtual Console.
Honestly, I never even knew there was like a DS
A
version
Wii
of it
Shop.
until like a year after Nintendo Switch.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How?
Have you gotten into like the whole apparently like the Waluigi mystery and all that?
I live under quite the big rock.
Yeah. Jet, what's
Try
your
fucking
experience with
tectonic
it?
plate.
Wait, what?
I have.
It was a geology joke.
Oh, so what is your personal experience with it, Ryu Jet?
Well, I basically grew up playing friggin' the DS version, so there's that.
Have you beat
And
it or 100% it or anything?
I've yet to put in the effort to actually finish the final boss, but I feel like I could, but I just haven't because this was during a time when I was still bad at video games.
Yeah. Have you played the original or no? Like Virtual Console or anything?
No.
Uh, okay, well, for me personally, I have probably the strongest connection to this game, even though I'm not like a huge fan. Like, I'd rather play Galaxy over Mario 64, if that makes sense. But my first actual encounter was a friend of mine brought his 64 to preschool, of all things, and he brought it to us, and we used to play a little bit in the mornings before we went to our classes. And this was like a Christian preschool, so we were able to play somehow, and that was my first experience with it. But even though I couldn't really play it that much because it wasn't mine, but my first real experience was 64 DS. But still to this day, because I lost it, I have yet to beat it or 100% it at all. However, I have 100%ed Mario 64, and you guys can see that on my YouTube channel. I have 100% it for YouTube, so that's
Hmm.
pretty cool. So now let's just start to talk about like how much of an impact it has left on the gaming industry as a whole, because people are even coining it a term now. Like it is, something's Mario moment. Like if a game has a Mario moment, then it's going to be big. Like Mario had its own Mario moment twice, both in the era of Super Mario Brothers, which basically redefined gaming as a whole and brought back gaming to mainstream, and then you have Mario 64, which started the 3D gaming boom. So,
Hmm.
uh,
It's got
and then
penguins.
yeah, you kill the penguins.
No, you race them.
I killed the penguin. When I gave it to its mom, I killed it. You don't do that. Everyone does that
No, why would you do that? This
because we're
makes
all cold-hearted murderers. So just the whole idea, or like you can probably name your favorite game like A Hat in Time. The whole idea of A Hat in Time is which is my favorite game at the moment. It's like they basically took the idea of a collectathon 3D platformer like Mario 64 and brought it back for the new age. Then you have then you have things like Banjo Kazooie, which completely they basically uh like brought Mario 64 to its roots and made it better. Um, and then you have things like I don't know, Ape Escape, which is more
yes.
than likely based on or has some influence of Mario 64 in there somewhere. If it's a 3D game, then heck yeah, it's thrown in there. And we wouldn't even get games like Mario Odyssey if that wasn't the case. Amazing games like these wouldn't have sprung up from Mario 64. So I guess now, because I mean we're all kind of tired right now, but uh, what do you think that would interest you most? What's probably the most interesting part of Mario 64? I mean, it has a pretty big community. especially the speedrunning one.
Yeah. I mean it brought in the collectathon stuff, like with the stars and whatnot.
Yeah.
And Luigi is a god in the 3DS version or DS version because he can literally walk on water, from what I know.
Yeah. He can walk on water and do like backflips and stuff, but he isn't. He is the best character, but I think Mario 64 does the four character thing right because each of them have specific abilities that you can use to get certain stars. And I think that is the best use of it, but it is kind of flawed because it's a remake of the original Mario 64, which means it has a hard time translating like some of the stars over. Like say for example, a star was normally easily obtainable by Mario is now impossible by Mario and can only be attained by Waluigi or Luigi because they have special abilities.
Oh
So
man,
it's kind of
I
a
wish.
rough translation, but I think they do it. I think the core idea of it is doing multiple characters with different abilities right.
Oh man, I wish you could play Waluigi. Imagine how great that would be. Like you're super tall and you get to I don't know, like go through
Last time I
really tight
checked,
spaces.
Waluigi isn't in the game.
He isn't, but it used to be like
Dang.
a fan theory. Like probably the most deepest and probably like the oldest, game theory type thing is probably like the L is real mystery, which on the fountain in the back of Peach's castle it said L is real and a bunch of numbers, and people have been speculating for years, like, oh, maybe in this year we'll get Luigi as DLC or something like some like ridiculous thing. People have just been saying that Luigi will eventually make it into Mario 64, and he eventually never did. And with the internet, they confirmed that Luigi was never planned for Mario 64. And the same thing, they had the exact same sort of mystery in Mario 64 DS when everyone was thinking that Waluigi was in there somehow, but he wasn't. There was a leak that said that he was on the back of the box art, but again, it was just a leak. It was fake.
They wanted Luigi and they got the god they deserve.
Yeah, they wanted Luigi and they put him in, and then they wanted Waluigi and then they didn't put him in.
Waluigi's too good for them.
Actually, to this day, I still don't know what's behind that fourth door.
It's a. Should I tell you?
Go for it.
It's a star.
Of course it fucking is.
I thought it was like Peach or something because I didn't know like what the original story of Mario 64 was. So I just thought it was Peach in there because I think I heard it said like you heard distant crying or something. I don't know what it was. Um. So what do you have you played New Super Mario Bros. DS, Mailman?
No,
Oh, dang. Um.
I
Well,
don't even.
Jet, I think can relate to this. Then, what do you think about the mini games, which was completely tacked on?
I like them.
You are a fan of them?
Yes.
I personally didn't. I thought they were like a waste of time. And there's apparently some stars that are hidden behind bunnies that randomly appear, and if you don't get them to appear, you only get mini game stuff. It's kind of dumb.
The only mini games I know from Mario games are, well, obviously Mario Party, and then Luigi's Poker. Is this the infamous
Yeah,
Luigi's Poker?
this is Luigi's Poker. Luigi's Poker is actually pretty good. I do like the Luigi's Poker, but everything else is like, eh.
Gambling
Luigi's
addiction.
Poker is probably the best part.
Well, now I know
So,
where Luigi's Poker comes from.
are you guys a fan of Mario Sunshine?
Unfortunately, I've never played it.
Me
I'm too.
neither, but from what I've seen, the controls are garbage. Like it's impossible to control.
I'm too much
think-
of not a boomer.
Oh, for fuck's sake, mailman, stop with that.
I can't. It's my soul. It's who I am.
Your
You're not a
soul
boomer.
has been damned.
It's taken over me. I'm unstoppable now.
Wait, what were you saying, Jet?
You, mailman, has been damned.
No, I meant about Mario Sunshine.
Oh, I feel like it'd get really like much better reviews if it had like a remake.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe Paul give like Odyssey type controls or at least smoothness.
Yeah, because I frankly liked Flood.
Yeah, I think Flood is a pretty cool thing, but I feel like they leaned on him a bit too much because even like the no flood levels, like it doesn't really feel it wouldn't it's from what I've seen, it doesn't feel like Mario 64, even though it should. Even though that was the whole idea is for them to do a basic stripped down platforming section with original 64 controls, but it doesn't do that correctly. It does it poorly. And I'm talking. The only reason I ask about this is because this is the sequel to Mario 64, and I think it did not do it is not the perfect sequel. Like for example, the perfect sequel, in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's Alvin and the Chipmunks too, but
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn it.
I mean,
That's where it's
in terms
at.
of core sequel idea, that is true. But also a more relatable idea, Pokemon Gen 2. That is sequels done right. Pokemon Generation 2 is sequels done right. So Mario Sunshine is not a sequel done right.
Mario Sunshine goes really intense. In the first one, you were the only Mario, but unstoppable. In the second one, now there's two Marios.
I mean,
And
like
there's
Partners in Time Mario and Luigi RPG is a pretty good sequel too, but it is not perfect sequel like candidate, and but it does it a lot better than Mario Sunshine. The only reason I bring that up is because uh usually sequels deal with time. That's like the most cliche thing to do is like just randomly throw time travel into your stuff. Like there's some animes that are completely ruined by the whole just randomly tacking on time travel. And yes, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z. When shows just randomly tack on time travel, it ruins the flow of the show. Dragon
it,
Ball is an example of this. The Flash is an example of this.
it
The
makes
Flash,
things
the whole world gets fucked up from time travel.
it makes things more confusing, but I mean, if they can do it right, then kudos to them.
Yeah. So going on from Mario 64 to Sunshine to something that we've grew up with, and that's Galaxy. So how does 64 going up through Galaxy fare? I mean, Galaxy is pretty much a damn near perfect game, at least in my opinion. So how far have they come?
Pretty good. I mean, you
You think
fight
that
Big Bowser.
Galaxy is a better sequel than Sunshine? Or you think it's a start of something new?
I feel it's more of a new thing, like Mario in space. I mean, come on. You got
I mean, like
spinning.
only the best games go to space. Like, where's my Wario Land in space?
I mean, yeah. Where's my Waluigi's taco stand in space?
Came up with the Waluigi taco stand? Was that just completely someone just pulled that out?
I don't know. I mean, it's Waluigi's taco stand. It's a perfect game.
So, in terms of like basic level structure, are you guys more for the open world type, like Mario Odyssey and Mario 64, or are you more for the linear platformer like Mario Galaxy or the 3D Land games?
I prefer more linear because I hate it when I don't know what on earth I'm doing.
Tis is true.
Frankly, I like both.
I mean,
There's not one you prefer over the other.
I can't
No.
say there's one that's bad.
Yeah, neither are bad, but like with Mario Odyssey, like I feel like if I didn't use a tutorial, I would be just wandering aimlessly from like, how are you gonna know to just ground pound in this random spot and you'll randomly get a moon? Like, come on. Like
Oh.
some of those things are just ridiculous. Like, how are you supposed to know that there's this random moon heading in the ground in this back corner? Like, but with the more linear ones, like,
It's more like they expect you to do one thing over and over.
yeah, it gets kind of repetitive, and it's like what happened with the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Like, it's just the same thing. It's basically the same game on different consoles.
Yeah. Like I don't really like the new Super Mario Bros stuff, but like the
Yeah,
3D games, they all do something new and like so it's not
yeah.
that.
Even like the linear ones that are like generic, they all do something different. Like, which is interesting. Like they do something interesting and unique.
Even the most linear one was really good for 3D Mario.
You have Mario 64, which completely started it all. You have Sunshine, which adds flood. You have Galaxy, which adds the spin and the gravity mechanics. You have Galaxy 2, which basically redefined
Yoshi,
Galaxy. Yeah, and Yoshi, which is completely different in 3D. Then you have 3D Land, which it's linear. I don't know how else to explain it.
you
You
got
have
Raccoon.
Yeah, but Raccoon's been in Mario for a while. It's not like a new thing.
You got Raccoon
Yuki
Bowser.
suits?
Yeah. And you also got Mario 3D World, which has a cat, and also you can play with friends, which is pretty interesting. Like, what 3D Mario allows you to play with friends and be as chaotic as it is. Like, I feel
Shadow
like
Dupe. You
I
get
feel like
Shadow
Nintendo
Duplicates.
nails it when it comes to multiplayer stuff or co-op, local co-op.
And
What
you
were you
got
saying?
Odyssey. Oh, Shadow Duplicates. That was just it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Um, and then you got
Odyssey is
Mario
hat.
Odyssey, which is basically, in my opinion, even though it's been too many years, I feel like Mario Odyssey is probably the perfect sequel for Mario 64. But just because of how long it's been, I don't think it's fair to call it a sequel.
They basically just said, power-ups are great and all, but what if your enemies were the power-up?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how
So
you make a good game.
yeah, it is. I mean, here's the thing. If you didn't know, A Hat in Time and Mario Odyssey came out the exact same year, and they were
Oh
probably in
yeah.
development at the exact same time. Which means, how did they how did they both start with the same plan? We're going to make the collectathon category of games come back and be better than ever, and then both be about hats. How is that even possible?
And they collect things for a ship, except one's about time and one's about space.
Yeah, they both collect things for their ship, but A Hat in Time doesn't really dabble with the time travel mechanic that much. It doesn't even time travel at all. I don't know why they. I think it was initially planned for there be a time travel aspect, but there isn't. But it's basically a glorified Mario Odyssey, except on a much smaller scale.
And it's an indie.
Yeah, like how do you do? I don't understand how they did the exact same thing.
It was all a ruse. They planned it from the beginning.
Yeah, they
They got they
it's
got in
still
on
kind of
the discussion of Mario Odyssey.
yeah. I I was gonna say like it's been what 4 years since the last 3D Mario, right? Oh, wait, no, 2 years. Wait, how long has it been? It was 2018 or 2017? It was 2017, right?
It was the year the Switch came out. Yeah.
So what is it? We're 2020, so it's been 3 years since the last 3D Mario game. What is your predictions for what the next 3D Mario game could be?
Time travel.
Okay, come on. Oh, but
No,
seriously, do you guys think it probably will be like a Galaxy 3 or an Odyssey 2, but with space, or just Odyssey 3 in general, or is it going to be 3D World Deluxe?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a sequel, but like the next time they do like a 3D game, I'm pretty
Like
sure
Breath of the
they
Wild
might end
2?
up doing time travel.
Probably.
Where else has Mario been? Everywhere else. Where has Mario not been? Time.
Mario has been in time twice. You don't remember Mario's Time Machine?
Oh
It's like
yeah,
the only game worth playing.
Mario's Time Machine.
only the best
Uh,
game.
yeah, Hotel Mario. Come on, Jet. Like, you haven't played Hotel Mario?
Come on,
Everyone
I
plays
have
Hotel
some
Mario.
standards.
um, what else? Partners in Time was the whole time travel mechanic too with the Baby Bros. That's why the Baby Bros exist.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I'm talking more like not an RPG. Like that was an RPG. Like there's
Oh,
gonna
the
be
time
different
travel
mechanics.
platformer.
Like they could do the time travel in another way.
So, if if it is going to be an Odyssey 2, do you think that they'll pull a Galaxy 2 where it's like a more defined version of what Odyssey was, or is it going to take a completely different turn and still be based on Mario Odyssey, like with the whole capturing mechanic?
I hope they do our Odyssey again, but with different areas.
So just literally just Odyssey, but with more areas.
I want to capture a bomb. I want to capture a Boo. I want to capture a Magic Koopa. I
Yeah, I'm
want to
actually
cap.
I was surprised that they didn't even have like a Ghost Kingdom or something. Like
They did.
they didn't have a Scary Kingdom. No Scary.
They had a Spooky Kingdom based
They
on
did.
England.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You know, Cappy.
Oh, well, I meant like a traditional Boo Kingdom, like the Ghost House in the new Super Mario Bros. Games. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
yeah.
Not, not, not where Cappy lives.
Scary England.
Scary England, foggy England. Um, what I do wish for is a more beefier story. I feel like Mario Odyssey, with all of its ups and downs, its story is what was the worst part. Like it was so short. If all you did was go for just the required amount of moons, the game is super duper short. Like I don't even think it's as long as Galaxy. Like literally, you go to four. What is it like 6 or 7 kingdoms, and then you're at the boss. Like, and I don't think. I think you need to, at a minimum, collect 200 moons or something like that, which is like a fraction of the total amount. So I think that the story should be longer.
I mean, they changed up the status quo a little bit.
Yeah. So honestly, I think we're gonna get a Nintendo Direct in February, and it's going to show off at the beginning, Super Mario 3D World Deluxe,
3D
and
World
then at the
Part
very at
3.
and at the very end, it's gonna be like, okay, so we have one more thing to share with you all, and it's gonna be like it's just gonna be a logo drop of Mario Odyssey 2.
Paper Mario.
No, I think that's gonna be announced in the middle, and they're gonna be like, you guys don't like crazy. I mean, you guys don't like Color Splash? Well, F you. We're giving you Color Splash 2. So
Um,
apparently, someone had a dream that they announced that the 3DS wasn't dead and that they were going to make Sticker Star 2.
What?
I love Sticker Star. That was my first Paper Mario game.
How dare you? It's a disgrace to the Paper Mario name. I'm just kidding. I do not get why people bash it so hard. I think that the battle system is very much flawed, but in terms of a Paper Mario game, it's not a bad game.
I mean, I was joking about I love it, but I mean, it was my first Paper Mario game.
So no one thinks that they're gonna do a Galaxy 3. I mean, they did say that they had gone with the Galaxy formula, but it hasn't come out until this point.
I
They
mean,
just did 3D World and then Odyssey, and they never went back to the Galaxy for some reason.
I would love a Galaxy 3, but I mean, what more could they do? Add in Cappy?
Go to space again.
Ooh, I've
Maybe
got
they
it.
can add the whole open world aspect to it.
Odyssey 2, but in space.
I mean, we had the Moonside Kingdom. Maybe we'll get like, I don't know, the Galaxy Kingdom or something. Like that's just a whole reference to that game, something like that.
We
Like
capture those.
maybe they expand like the Mushroom Kingdom a bit more, and that'll be like your Mario 64, your 3D World, your 3D Land, and then you expand or you create a Dolphino Plaza Kingdom, and then you make a Galaxy Kingdom, and then you make like maybe we can travel to Luigi's Mansion or Luigi's Spooky Hotel.
I've got it. What if we were able to capture the Goomba from Super Mario 64?
What would that
Which
do?
one?
Just a Goomba, but like with less poly.
Yeah. Doesn't that sound great?
What would he do any different?
He would look more fancy.
You know, I do kind of think just sort of flush the game out. They should add more captures, but it should be very similar. Be more akin, so it like fleshes out the world a bit more. Does that make sense? Like instead of just every single enemy being different, every single capture being different and doing different things, I think they should have some like palette swaps as well. It doesn't change the ability, but it makes you look different. Just sort of just quality of life additions. Does that make sense? So like you have the Goomba and then you also have the Galoomba, but they both do the same thing.
I don't know about that. Like,
More of just like a
The
quality of life
Loompa?
thing.
that takes away from like the different places being special, you know?
Yeah. If the different places are special, then why do you have a random Goomba in the Luncheon Kingdom? The Goomba should be in the Mushroom Kingdom. Like that's where they are. They're not in the Luncheon Kingdom, so why don't you have like an actual chestnut?
The Goomba's cool and it's doing its best, and it's for a Luncheon Kingdom puzzle. Helps you get on the roofs too.
Yeah. What about if they um com I
Let
think
you
they
cap.
also need to remove the shop moon. That was dumb.
What if we were able to capture Koopas?
Yeah, why weren't we able to?
Imagine the blue shell power up, but in a 3D Mario.
That would be horrible. But also 3D World had the Koopa shell that you can get into.
Yeah, but not while you were the Koopa. You don't have to take its home.
Jay, I thought usually you're pretty vocal about Mario Odyssey.
Am I? I'm very tired.
How do you feel about capturing a Koopa?
Frankly, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do it because, you know, it's frickin' Mario.
Yeah.
But you can
So,
race him.
is there any final remarks in regards to Mario 64 or the next 3D Mario game? Where do they go from here? Anything else, you guys?
No.
Time travel.
Space.
Time travel and in space.
All right, I think that's gonna be it.
All right.
What? All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's podcast. Thank you, Mailman and Ryujit, for joining me again this week, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
See ya.